Question is, why use deliberate cold exposure for health and performance? Let's find out. The science of this cold water exposure can be either good or bad. It depends on the context and it depends on the exposure. For example, if you have open water swimming, people say it's good, people say it's bad. The science on this is still open. Right. It is timely to review, though, the various human responses to cold water immersion. And this and things like it is what we're going to talk about right now. Because deliberate cold water exposure, or also known as cold thermogenesis or cold therapy, involves exposing your body to cold temperatures for therapeutic purposes. Now, that is tough. Try it. I've done it and do it. And when that happens, you certainly feel as if it's going to work. But there are up and downsides. First things first, you need to be very careful with regard to how cold you go and how long you stay in the water, or the water's on top of you, or whatever. And the reason being is because you need to warm up naturally. It's very important because there's parts of this that can really cut you off in a very freezing cold manner. One thing it does is it boosts immune function, because cold exposure allows you and your immune system to be stimulated. And when it's stimulated, it gives a production of immune cells and cytokines. And with these, the body can stave off infections and illness longer, and therefore making the immune system more robust. Regular cold exposure may help reduce the frequency and severity of colds and other respiratory infections, little things that jab in along the way, so that once you get the cold, pure cold, it's looking after that. It's an investment into your feelings of wellness in the future. One of the things it's said to do as well is reducing inflammation. Now, inflammation in the body is said to be many and giving many problems. The foods we eat, the times we eat them, and how they inflame the body cause illness. Many of the diseases, the lack of ease within the body, have been created because of inflammation. Now, if we can get something as simple as cold water to stop that, why not use it? So the anti-inflammatory effects on the body alleviate symptoms associated with inflammatory conditions such as arthritis, muscle cramps and soreness. All of these things, if they can be used just with cold water, why not try it? Cold therapy is said to also enhance recovery. Immersion or cryotherapy can also be used to speed up recovery from intense injury, or an exercise or even a training session. Cold exposure helps reduce muscle soreness, oxidative stress, and allowing athletes to reduce inflammation, but also to recover faster so that they can perform sooner and be at the highest performance more often. It can also increase your brown adipose tissue, or the BAT activity, because cold exposure activates brown adipose tissue, and it's this type of fat tissue that generates heat by burning calories. The BAT, or BAT, can help increase metabolism, improve insulin sensitivity, and aid in weight management by promoting the burning of excess body fat. These are all good things because we are intaking fat. Before we know it, there's fats in lots of food. We all have our vices. None of us are perfect. And so when we have a way of pushing that off on the other side of the scales and making sure a simple cold shower can do that, why not do it? It's said also to improve up here, mental health. Now, in the last few decades, there's so much said about mental health. The term wasn't even around or understood, certainly in the mainstream when I was younger. So if you can use simple things like water, one of the natural elements of the world, and make sure it's ice cold, this can improve the effects. It can mind boost us. And with these boosts, they may help alleviate depression and anxiety. I mean, think about it. If you're not feeling good and it's created by your thoughts and suddenly you're frozen, you ain't thinking about the problems that are going on. You're just trying to survive right now. This gives a release of endorphins and other neurotransmitters in response to cold exposure. It can enhance your mood, even reduce your stress levels or promote feelings of well-being. It also enhances resilience to stress, because cold exposure is a form of hormesis, a beneficial stressor that activates adaptive responses in the body. And with that, Regular exposure to mild cold stressors can increase resilience to other forms of stress too, which improve your stress tolerance and enhance overall resilience. And resilience is a very good thing. If you can have resilience in all aspects of life, you're going to be much more confident to get out there to try things, to fail. And if you fail, then you have no regrets. If you have no regrets, then you just start thinking of other dreams, other pipe dreams maybe that you never thought of before, because you've already failed. So therefore you push towards something else. And that's the thing about it. If you can enhance resilience to stress with this cold water exposure, you're going to be able to be more ambitious in ways if you think about it. Thing about cold exposure, it also enhances your thermoregulation. This cold exposure can improve your body's ability to be able to regulate your core body temperature more often in response especially to fluctuations within the environmental temperature. So if you're approaching winter and you're getting the sniffles while others are and you're not, because you're already regulated throughout the summer when there was external heat coming from the sunshine, but you use and found ice somewhere and you expose yourself to it. Now this can help increase your tolerance to cold temperatures and improve your comfort in cold environments. So therefore, if you go on cold holidays, you're more welcoming to it because it's something you can enjoy rather than being blooming freezing. Cold exposure can also, believe it or not, improve your sleep quality. It promotes relaxation to improve this, and the drop in temperature after cold exposure can help your natural sleep-wake cycles and promote deeper, more long-lasting, sustainable sleep. We know in our lives if we can get our sleep good and maintain that over time, then we can start getting into routine during the days. We can get up earlier, we go to bed on time, we can do this 7 days a week, and not only Monday to Friday. Lastly, cold exposure can increase your energy expenditure, because if you do this as the body works harder during that cold exposure to generate heat and maintain your core body temperature, you're responding well to this cold stimuli. This burns extra calories and contributes to weight loss. Yes, I know you probably like to hear that one. And it gives you the ability to have a healthier diet and more exercise regularly too. All of these things together seem to be a very good idea to just say, well, to hell with, turn off the heat, strip off and just hop in, see how it goes for a while, but be consistent. That is the one thing. By being consistent, you can then attain these would-be benefits for your higher performance. I hope you've enjoyed watching today. If you have, well, thank you, and please do watch more.